Okay, we were on a fire, and this was one with we also later on got these Eskimo crews in, and it was really a fun fire, one of the greatest fires of all time. But what happened is there was a slop over from this big fire, and there was about 5 acres, and we went around, we got it out, and then we got a hoselay around it, and of all things, a grizzly bear came by, bit the hose, and then of course it squirted him, and he got mad, and he fell over, and was wondering what happened, and he didn't understand, so he was looking for somebody to take his vengeance out when he could, and everybody was just, gone. We didn't want to deal with the bear, but anyway, so finally when the bear leaves, we're just up on this line. We've got just a black spot, no smoke at all, and we're about 60 feet in, where we're all wearing these bean boots, Maine hunting shoes, and we're standing in ankle-deep water from the taiga. It's a big sponge mixture of mosses and lichen, and so we're standing that. We're working into the whole heart. We're going to completely douse this black spot, and all of a sudden, this big warm wind, strong wind, really hot wind, comes out of nowhere. And we go, what the hell is this? And then all of a sudden, little puffs of smoke start coming up from this black, burnt taiga. And then all of a sudden, it starts glowing at the base of the smoke. And then it starts pulsating. And it's like, what is this, a Twilight Zone? What's going on here? And then all of a sudden, this gigantic, evidently what was happening is a lot of gases were being released by these little puffs of smoke and this glowing, pulsating, burning mattress type thing, which the Arctic is. And all of a sudden this ball, once again, it's an absolute identifiable ball of burning gases came rolling at us. And there were jumpers on the other side of this line, and we both moved out of the way, and this ball went right on by us and continued to roll uphill and spread fire as far as you could see. So, I mean, had we been further up the hill, we probably would be real dangerous, but this thing had just started right from, maybe 100 feet inside the line. But that's how it seems like these fires that kill people, the people on them, they don't see any danger at all until all of a sudden this weather, these freak things show up, these wind shears and this out of nowhere type thing that nobody could predict probably. I mean, at least you're sitting in the middle of the wilderness and things like this happen. But those are my two really close calls in Alaska. I had a couple of close calls in the lower 48 and several close calls in the eastern Appalachians, which most people probably wouldn't imagine being the most dangerous place, but more people have been killed east of the Mississippi River in wildfires than anywhere else. And it's unbelievable some of the traps you can get into in the eastern mountains. Like, for example, they have this thing called greenbrier. What it is, it's this really strong quarter-inch type vine. It's just like wire. It's just unbelievable. You can't break through it. And it grows everywhere. And if you get into that, the harder you try to get out of it, the more trapped you become. And a lot of people die being trapped in greenbrier with these fires moving so fast that they just cannot get out of there. And then the other thing that back there is really, really bad is this thing called mountain laurel. It's sort of a rhododendron type plant that grows in the eastern hardwood forest. And sometimes there's certain sites. I don't remember whether it was like the north sides of slopes or wherever, but wherever this stuff is, if a fire gets going and there's a drought code to it and some wind, it'll just engulf the gases from the leaves of these evergreen leaves, and just cause a whole hillside to erupt in flame. And if you're in that, I mean, there's no way you're going to get out. So that's what I mean when it's some pretty dangerous stuff, and you wouldn't think so. I mean, people think they come from California where you can't get any worse than that. Well, yeah, there is a lot of stuff that's worse because you don't know about it, and a lot of people. I mean, people who die in these fires, they just don't go out to die. I mean, this is something that really happens that they have never anticipated happening. So it can happen anywhere, and the most dangerous type of situation is when you think it's not going to happen. I mean, that's what's so odd about the fires. So, anyways, yeah, those are my close call stories in firefighting. But I would say probably in 30 years of firefighting, I had 4 close calls that were really truly close calls. And that's not bad, I guess. I mean, there's plenty of other hazards, like we were on fires like really steep country at night, and rocks would break loose, and you can't see, you can hear them coming, but you have no idea where they are. And the only thing we could do is yell, rock, rock, and everybody just tried to get behind the biggest tree that they could, and stuff like that. And then, of course, the old snags that burn on the fire, and you're on the edge, you have no idea. They don't make any noise, and then all of a sudden, blam, they're freight training down the hillside. And I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a smoke jumper or what you are. If you're out there, you're in danger. It's like the land is a danger, just along with the fire. But anyway, that's kind of things that you can. You're always dealing with those types of surprises. So anyway, that's my close call stories. Nothing like war, but